everyone, welcome to Laura and Disney. Although today we are not at Disney. Well, we are at the moment, but we are leaving Disney property and we are going to, sorry, I was rudely interrupted by Google Maps. We are going to Epic Universe today. It's our first time going to Epic Universe, so we are very excited. It's probably going to be a very long day for us. Epic is open today from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. It's currently 9:45 in the morning. I told Danny this morning, I said, listen, my feet are sore. I don't want to walk extra. I'm paying for Prime parking. I know it's a bit ridiculous to do, but I don't care. I'm doing it anyway, and we get covered parking. So maybe the car will be sauna hot when we get done instead of sun hot. So we'll see how that goes, but that's where we're off to. So very excited. We don't have plans for the day. We're gonna go with the flow and ride what we can, when we can, and we'll see how it goes. So we cannot film on rides, unfortunately, at Universal. Any rides you're not allowed to film on, but we'll show what we can, and hopefully we're gonna have a great day. We'll see you there. I showed the parking costs, so it's $32 for standard parking and $60 for Prime. We did spring for Prime because you got covered parking and much closer. So I think my feet and legs are gonna thank me for that tonight. We made it in. So to scan in, we just had our tickets on our phone. They take your picture and then you scan your ticket. And apparently, Battle of the Ministry is closing early today. So the first main area that you hit is Celestial Park. Express is sold out for the day. It's the central hub basically for Epic Universe. And then all of the main lands you enter through portals to access. So that dome looking thing is a carousel. And unfortunately, Stardust Racers, which is the yellow track there, is on a delayed opening. So it will open today, just not first thing this morning. Danny, do you wanna hit the first one here, or do you wanna walk over to Nintendo Land? So the first one here is How to Train Your Dragon, but I will follow your lead, whatever you wanna do.
Let's go do Mario first and see what it's like. And if it's too crazy, maybe we'll try something else first.
All right, so we're following Danny's lead, and he is a giddy child excited to see Mario. So we're gonna head over to Super Nintendo World first. Do you think we can cut through here, or do you think we have to go all the way around? Let's try to cut through here.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, we have no idea where we're going, guys. This is not like Disney for us where we could navigate it mostly in our sleep.
It looks like it's a circle.
This is Epic.
Or Epcot, I'm
Danny
sorry.
just said it's kind of like Epic, it's a circle. I said, we are at Epic.
You know what I'm getting at.
So they've got this really nice fountain area on both sides of the bridge with the carousel. That carousel lights up at night. I know that from blogs, obviously, not from personal experience. So I think it's a lot prettier at night. Super Nintendo portal.
Let's
and
go.
it says, here we go.
Here we go. Okie dokie.
Okie dokie. Princess Peach on the window over there and Mario. All right, let's head in. We're gonna go through our first green tunnel.
Smokes.
That is something special. It's a little bit overwhelming in here, I'm not gonna lie. It's very loud, and I mean very loud. And there are people everywhere.
Everywhere.
But this is cool. We're gonna get our bearings, get some shade, and figure things out, and we'll come back to you. Sit to the main Mario ride here. We haven't been on the ride yet. Power-up bands that are interactive throughout Super Nintendo World. So we'll go find him and get a band. So the power-up band, $47.93.
It's like the old slap bracelet almost. And you just kind of pop it on and then slaps on. And then that kind of locks on. I have a little bit of a bigger wrist. So I guess that's why they give you the band.
All right, let's go power up.
Let's do it.
This is the Yoshi ride.
Huh? I don't know if it works.
And then there's a world within a world in Super Nintendo World.
There's Donkey Kong.
Donkey Kong Country. Danny. Banana.
Banana. Ooh, hold on, coin.
Oh boy. He's got to get all the coins. He's like a kid in a candy shop. Let's go into Donkey Kong
Look,
Country.
they have a Yoshi hat.
Probably come back. He's very excited. He's yelling straight ahead. Ride in Donkey Kong area, Minecart Madness is currently delayed, unfortunately, so we can't ride that at the moment. We'll probably come back later today into all of this Mario and Donkey Kong area. But we're gonna head back out of Donkey Kong and figure out what's next. How much is it?
$32.
$32.
That's a cool cup. It's like
Yeah.
a silicone kind of grabby, and it's like a metal with a really nice.
Yeah, he's just getting ideas at the moment for what he might want to buy later. Banana. Right, unfortunately we couldn't ride anything in there yet because it was either closed or the line was too long. So we're gonna walk around to another world and see what we can get up to. We will be back to that area later today. We just wanted to, of course, get our initial peek, and we are.
Oh yeah, this has got like all
we have
new
found ourselves
Mario
at another
stuff.
gift shop.
That's cool. These are in Japanese.
Yeah, these shirts are pretty cool.
Oh, look, Zelda.
Could you imagine walking around with one of those hats on your head in this heat?
That's cool.
Ooh, Zelda.
Hyrule.
How much is that cup?
I need my other glasses.
He can't read with his sunglasses on. Wow, I can barely see it either. I think it says $21.99, something in the 20s. The same Mario cup that we saw before they have in Luigi as well.
Oh, that's cool. Player 2. Player 1. This would be a cool park bag. Like if when we do this park, that's a cool bag.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know that I want to buy a bag for a single park, but it is a cool bag.
Listen, woman,
That'd be great for a little kid, for a little boy's school backpack.
you buy purses for,
Would you love to have that backpack when you were a kid?
oh, I would have had that backpack and then some. I would have had all my toys in there. They would have been like, all right, pull out your math book. I'm like, yeah, about that. These are cool. They're really, really lightweight, and they have like the big cushy.
$40 for these
Strings.
bags. How much is the Bowser shell backpack?
Ooh, $100.
$100? That's a lot of bucks.
That's a lot of bucks.
He's going crazy. How much is he?
I don't know, if he's cheap enough, he might go home with me.
He is 37 bucks.
37 bucks. He's on the floor in Mario 64, in the castle.
This is an
The
amazing
foyer,
room.
that's the word I'm looking for. Oh, look at the stained glass.
Wow.
Look up when you come here.
That's pretty cool. They do water shows throughout the day on this. I have to say, it's a lot smaller in person than what it looked like on some of the vlogs that I've seen. But nevertheless, I like a nice water feature, so. And the Helios, Grand Helios Hotel in the background. Splash pad for the kiddos. I think these umbrellas are a newer addition. I'm not certain, but I don't think that I've seen these or that they've been mentioned on anyone's vlogs over the benches. But I have heard a lot of people complain that there's not enough shade.
Well, good on them for listening.
In Epic Universe. I mean, if you look at the walking path, it's like dead sun. They listened and added a few extra shady spots. We, as you can see,
mobile
have
shade.
Portable shade. Highly
take it with us.
recommend UV umbrellas, guys. It's a game changer. Honestly, we've only been here for about an hour and stuff's dripping where it shouldn't be dripping, just so you know. So, UV umbrellas, fans, they are a must. This is the
Oh, look, there's something inside the
Harry
the
Potter / Fantastic Beasts world. I can't remember the actual proper name of this world, but nevertheless, it's Harry Potter and Fantastic Beasts, and we are going in. Each land has a different portal that you walk through. That arch is really cool to enter into the actual pathway. Ooh, it looks like it's fairly shaded in this land, so that's good. Straight ahead, I can't pronounce that. Something Arcanus. It's some sort of a fantastic themed show. And then there is one ride in this land, which is the Ministry of Magic. We'll find that here shortly. I imagine we're not going to be able to ride it at the moment because the line's probably way too long, but we'll take a peek anyway and we'll see. Hopefully we can get on that at some point today. There is a sign that says it closes early. It doesn't say what time it's going to close, but that's the one ride where I'm expecting that we may not be able to get on, but we're going to try. There's lots of little nooks and crannies that you can walk down. Alchemy. $180 for Ministry of Magic. So we will not be doing that right now. So this would be the entrance to Harry Potter and the Battle of the Ministry. The line, I don't even know if you're going to be able to really understand what this line is doing. It's wrapping all the way around there, and then back around the corner to the left, it wraps multiple times, and then it passes out up front there, almost to the entry point of the land. Next world is the monsters area, Dark Universe. It's alive. All right, let's go check this out. Fingers crossed we can actually get on a ride in here. I'm itching to ride something.
Having a bunch of fog is a really cool way to cool everybody off because it's just mist.
Dual purpose. And there you have Frankenstein's castle. Normally do not wait 50 minutes for a ride, but given that we haven't been on anything yet, we're gonna go on Monsters Unchained. We cannot film, so we'll check in later.
I sense fear in your hearts.
I am Igor. Look closely. This is a Catacombs navigation unit. All you little lab rats and your little lab rat friends get to ride one. You sit, Igor steers, nothing goes wrong. Yes? Don't forget that. This is just the emergency feature function. All according to plan.
They've nothing to fear. Show them.
What's that?
Lower the lights. That wasn't us.
Silent creature, I will destroy you.
These two just don't get along.
Just finished up on Monsters Unchained in Dark Universe. Wait time was posted at 50 minutes. It took us 40 on the nose, so not too terribly bad. And the ride was really cool. What'd you think about the ride, Danny?
It was really good.
It's kind of like it's exactly like the ride style of, if you're familiar with the Forbidden Journey in Universal Studios, it's like that. You're kind of on an arm and it moves you, in all these different directions. I think I got a shot of that in the line. So it was a really fun ride. I'm glad we got to do that. Next up, I need a bathroom break and I desperately need food. Oh, but look at the stroller parking for all your little creatures. Cute. All right, let's go find a bathroom and food. This is the Curse of the Werewolf ride. It's a spinning roller coaster style ride, but unfortunately the wait right now is really high. Toiletten. So I'm gonna go use the toiletten. We are in Pizza Moon for lunch. Luckily it's indoor seating. So you find a table and you're supposed to be able to scan the QR code and order on the app, although our QR code isn't working and the app is being fussy. So there is a register section over there. So you can line up and actually order through the register instead, and then they'll bring it to your table. So Danny's in line. I'm gonna get pepperoni pizza. Danny is getting chicken Alfredo, and we're gonna sit, rest, and eat, and then get back out there. Danny got some version of chicken Alfredo.
I think it's the only Alfredo that they have on the menu. I'm not sure.
And I got the pepperoni pizza, which is pretty big. It says on the menu serves 2, and I would say that's probably pretty realistic if you're not looking to get super, super full for 2 people. But for 1 person, this will be too much for me, but time to refuel. We just finished up inside Pizza Moon, and when we came, there was no lines. We walked right in, we sat down, we got a table, and then Danny went up to the register to order. This is now the line coming out of the door, and it's 3 times this long once you actually get inside. So they're gonna be waiting a while for food. So glad we're not in that line. So the food, I had the pizza. It was good, it was decent, got the job done. And then Danny had the Alfredo pasta, and he really liked that. He highly recommends the chicken Alfredo pasta. So I think lunch between the 2 of us for my pizza, which I would agree that it probably could serve 2, maybe not 2 adult men, but 2 people with not quite as big of an appetite, especially when it's this hot outside, it could certainly serve 2. I only ate about half of my pizza, and then Danny ate all of his pasta, but it was a decent serving as well. So that was about $37, $38, so not terrible for a quick lunch. And now we're heading off to the Isle of Berk, the How to Train Your Dragon area. So we need to hunt that down. So we're heading over there. Stardust Racers is running now. Yeah, Isle of Berk is in that direction. But we're heading off in the distance to Isle of Berk. This is Stardust Racers, which is a dueling roller coaster. So there are actually 2 sides to it. There's a yellow and a green side. You can't really tell the difference in the color that much, but apparently the ride style is slightly different on each one. We have found Isle of Berk. And it says, my friends, we have dragons. We, my friends, have dragons. Wow, this is pretty cool. It definitely helps to have seen the movie. So if you haven't seen How to Train Your Dragon, I recommend watching it before you come here.
Look, he's missing a look. He's missing an arm or a hand. That's cool.
They look alike. They look alike. Yeah, me and him look alike too. So how y'all look alike? Oh yeah. I think he weighs more than that.
Super cool.
One of the sheep that the dragons carry away loungefly. So the wait time for the Untrainable Dragon show, well, not the wait time, but the next showing is at 2:15, and it's currently about 1:40. So we're gonna hang out in the AC for about 10 or 15 minutes in the shops, and then we'll head over and watch the show. Because I have been wanting to see that show, and we're struggling with ride wait times today anyway, so we might as well watch a show where you can only get all of your dragon plushies. You've got a toothless purse and little coin pouch, that's cute. And t-shirts.
Dragons.
I'm guessing Toothless and his little girlfriend dragon had babies and they're all sleeping up there. That is adorable. Oh my Lanta. People are waiting 95 minutes to meet Toothless.
Just show it.
Well, we're gonna skip the meet and greet, and I'll just
We'll just
show
use
you
Zoom.
what Toothless looks like.
I almost feel like I was there already.
It's hard to see him through the people, but he is in there, and he is moving around. So there you have it. 95 minutes done in about 10 seconds. We decided to go ahead and come in and just wait for the 2:15 show for the Untrainable Dragon. We have about 35 minutes or so to wait, but I found a seat, and although it's not in the shade, my umbrella makes it shady. This is just the waiting area to actually get in to the show. So there's a little bit of coverage, but the rest is out in the sun. And there are a few of these benches. The shaded benches are all taken. So we're just gonna hang out here for 35 minutes, I guess. I'm gonna bust out the fan, get as comfortable as I can, and wait. All right, this is the Untrainable Dragon show in the Isle of Berk. I cannot film the show, but I will show you what the theater looks like before it starts. There's balconies on either side of the stage and some stuff going on over there too, so we'll see how this is. Just finished up on Hiccup's Wing Gliders, which is the roller coaster in Isle of Berk. I'll show it to you here. Well, you can see the track at least, the dark black or dark gray track there. That's part of Hiccup's Wing Gliders. I'm trying to see if I can get it coming through. Here it comes. So we just finished riding that. It was a posted wait time of 45 minutes, and we were on in 35 minutes. And prior to that, we did the Untrainable Dragon show. The show was really good. I liked the show. Danny really liked it as well. I did not love the singing in the show.
I thought it was good.
But the show itself, the effects, the dragons, that was cool.
Yeah.
So I think we're pretty much finishing up here in Isle of Berk, and we're gonna take a peek at wait times. Wait times have not been great today. What time is it, Danny?
It's currently 3:20.
It's 3:20 in the afternoon, and we've now been on 2 rides, and we've seen 1 show. So we're hoping to get on a few more rides, and we might just have to deal with the wait times. So we're gonna go maybe check out Mario and see if we can get on that ride in Super Nintendo World. So we're gonna check out the wait times and then figure out what to do next.
Oh, that's the main dragon in the show. It started raining about 10 minutes ago.
A lot later now, I think, since the last time I checked in. We're back in our room now. It's probably, let's see, almost 9 o'clock. I think the last thing we talked about, I think we were leaving Isle of Berk, possibly. And then after that, we went back over to the Fantastic Beasts / Harry Potter area. And we did catch the show, the circus show. I forget exactly what it's called. It was decent. It unfortunately broke down temporarily in the middle of the show. I won't give anything away, but there's a pretty technical component to the show. And it did break down right before that. They reset, and then they were able to finish the show. And it was a decent show. I would say that the Dragon show in Isle of Berk was significantly better than that circus show, but it was a decent show. It was worth a watch. And after that, we thought we would try Stardust Racers out. The posted wait time was 80 minutes, which we normally would not do. But quite frankly, a lot of the wait times were very high for the most of the day today. So we thought, let's just give it a try. We waited about 30 minutes, and then the ride shut down intentionally because they were going to put more cars on the track. But that took a decent amount of time. And then shortly after that, they mentioned, or they announced, a delay that wasn't associated to putting new cars on the track. So we decided to just exit the line. And shortly after as we were still exiting the line, they announced, oh, never mind, it's back up and running. But we had already committed to exiting. And at that point, the wait time had jumped up to over 100 minutes. So I'm actually glad we exited because I think our 80-minute wait would have been significantly more than that. So we ended up going back into Dark Universe just to take a couple of pictures, and then we went over to Super Nintendo World again. We found the Mario Kart. I'm not sure of the names of a lot of this stuff. The Mario Kart ride was down to 75 minutes, which is the shortest line that it had been all day. So we went ahead and jumped in line for that. I think we ended up waiting about 55 to 60 minutes for that. The theming of Super Nintendo World rather, is really, really cool from the outside. However, that ride in particular, I've got to be honest, we were not fans. I think that the ride has a lot of potential, but I'm not sure it was executed well. It's got a 3D/4D component to it. You do have to wear these hats that actually there's a band that goes around your entire head, and then there's a visor that you put on it as well. Listen, the visors were not clean. It was a little gross. And I don't think it added it. I think it actually took away from the ride. There's an interactive component to the ride that I think is just for show. It doesn't actually do anything, at least in our experience. I think it's great for little kids, but I think that ride has a lot of potential if they were to get rid of that 3D component and just turn it into something a little bit more like Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, but Super Nintendo World Super Mario themed. That would be great. At one point, I actually just took the head apparatus off and just kind of watched the rest of the ride, and I think I liked that better than doing it the way you're meant to do it. So, you know, it is what it is. So we rode that, and then when we exited there, we had already planned to leave for the day. I wanted to try Stardust Racers one more time, but the wait had jumped back up to over 100 minutes. So we had planned to just leave after Super Mario, and when we exited the ride, it was pouring down. So of course we didn't show any of that. So we went to the car, came back to Disney property, and we just ate a quick dinner at the quick service here on property. So I just had a cheeseburger and fries. I took a quick pic of that, so we'll stick that in. But you know, just a standard burger and fries for dinner. It is still raining. So we came back to the room, time for showers, all of that, reset for the next day. Overall review, and Danny's in the shower, but I think he would agree with this, for Epic Universe.
Well, I can say this. Harry Potter World was a little bit of a bust for us today because of how busy it was. It was insane. Honestly, the waits were really long for the rides. The shows and the atmosphere of it was awesome, but in terms of the actual wait times, I think that they're grossly overselling the tickets for this park. It's pretty rough. So if you guys ever come here, definitely pay attention to the crowd calendar, because if it's too crowded like it is today, you're not going to have a very fun wait experience, because you're going to be waiting more than you are riding, and that's like regardless whether it's for a show, for a ride. But the theming is awesome. Like, so that's my thoughts on it. But yeah, we've been, it's almost, it's 5:30 now, and we've only been able to do like 3 shows and 2 rides. So, and that's like us waiting in line all day. So it's just too crowded. So kind of takes the fun out of it, but you know, maybe we'll come back in a couple years when it's not as crowded. We'll see.
At least in our experience, mind you, we're here in the middle of September, which is typically lower crowd times. Epic Universe theming of all of the lands, all of the areas, was spot on point. The theming, the external theming is fantastic in all of the areas. I would say that the ride times were a bit daunting, quite frankly. I mean, to the point to where we were there from probably around 10 a.m. until 7 p.m. So a while. And we only were able to get on 3 rides, and we did the 2 shows that were there. And that was not for lack of effort. We kept an eye on the wait times to see if anything dropped. We paid attention to that, and we did what we could do within the time that we were allotted. We didn't want to wait. Ministry of Magic was 3 hours all day. Donkey Kong Minecart Madness was 3 hours all day. We're just not going to wait that. So we did what we could. We explored, loved the theming. The 3 rides that we did, Monsters Unchained, that was a fantastic ride. Really, really, really good ride. And then we did the roller coaster, I'm trying to think of the name of it and I can't remember, Dragon Racers or something, the roller coaster in Isle of Berk, the How to Train Your Dragon area. It was fun. It was tame. So I liken it more to maybe like a Slinky Dog Dash. And then we did Mario Kart, which I already talked enough about that. So that's all we really got to do. And then the 2 shows. So maybe one day, definitely one day we will go back, but quite frankly, we're not in a huge rush to do that. So it was a on and off, good and bad, ups and downs day at Epic Universe, but we did it. We are back now, full on Disney mode for the rest of the trip. So tomorrow we are back to Magic Kingdom for just a normal Magic Kingdom day. We'll probably have breakfast or brunch somewhere in the morning and then head to Magic Kingdom maybe around 2-ish, and then we've got some stacked lightning lanes and we will stay for the fireworks, weather permitting. I hope the weather holds out tomorrow. So that's going to wrap us up for today. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you soon.